We call them goshas. They are lioness.
It was important for bringing an identity to the people.
Talvez se não fosse a corrida, talvez eu podia estar no outro caminho.
そうですね。自分だけの力じゃなくて、周りのみんなの力をあるからこそ
I guess because we become like family. We celebrate each other's lives.
We are a very unique team here because we are just coaching girls. We are in a Muslim country, and most of the attention are concentrated to the boys or to the men. When the girls reach to a certain age, they will start to be concerned about their future. Most of the part of the culture, the parents are expecting that they will get married with a good guy, but we have different issues here. You know, Djibouti is a poor country and it's really difficult to survive here. So, especially because they are girls, they don't have a lot of options. So we are helping them to keep them on the school so they can have an opportunity to get a good job. Maybe they feel like a little strange when they are coming and trying to be part of the team. I use this phrase in Somali, you are Kali. Kali Batahai, that is, you're expensive. You're expensive as a runner, as a girl. We just always try to motivate them in that way.
كده هلكو معايا هيدا مرنا وين كم أنا أردت كده من كل وركاي أنا كايد كل كده
iska iman karaan qofku wuu isku tagi karaa halka u sarreysa markaa dee waa jecesha waxay ku gasho jacayl ma markaa de qofku wuxuu jeclaado uu geynaya darajada u tagaya
kan wax walba arag isbar bay samaysay jirkeygii baa furfurmay dad bay aragtay badiyay oo lacag bay aragtay oo maadatay hoteelada in arag baa loo cashageeyay horumar qiyaasay iyada siisay alxamdulillah
One of the things is part of their culture also. They like to be in community. They like to be together. When you are among them, you can listen when they are talking about the races or there is a challenge. We want to be this team, and they come together and they say, we will do it, and they encourage each other. Sometimes I think that is also a way to just really open their hearts while they are running. They can forget all their problems, all their struggles, and they feel free and at least I can beat somebody in a race and I can just release all this frustration that I'm getting in my home.
One of the things about running is basically that I never thought I'd be able to do it. I actually started running about 7 years ago after I moved to the States and I got my first prosthetic leg. It seems funny to think it now, but I was really, really self-conscious when I used to go out by myself running. So I'd be worried that people were going to stare at me and kids were going to tell me to go back to the circus. And so I remember coming to the States 10 years ago and actually watching the New York City Marathon. I never imagined a second I would actually be in it a few years later. I found Achilles online, and they're just this most incredibly supportive community, actually they're more like a family.
I've heard some people say Achilles is their religion. You know, it's like a ritual, I guess some people do from week to week.
They're coming out because they have friends there and they realize that if they do not come out, they'll be missed.
Sometimes on the subways or, you know, on the buses, I meet people, you know, they ask where you're going, I'll tell them, you know, I'm going running. Some people seem amazed by it, some people really question, is it really possible? Or are you seeing somewhat? No, I'm blind. These are not blind runners, these are runners who are blind.
You meet the most amazing people at Achilles. It also puts your disability into perspective.
Or an above-the-knee amputee and you find you can run a full mile, you don't think of it as a mile, you think of it as 20 blocks. You think of it as the distance where you take a taxi or you take a bus. You wouldn't, nobody would go that far.
I was inspired by some of the athletes that I met when I went there. So my perception of, you know, what a blind person could do has changed.
So for wheelers only, we're going to start right now. It's going to be on your mark, and then the sound of the horn. Are you ready? On your mark.
Once again, Trish Miley's out there. Thank you so much, Trish. You were the inspiration for this race, overcoming incredible obstacles in her own life on the property, becoming a marathon athlete.
It's interesting how the fear kind of goes from what your problem is to how competitive can I be and how can I be just like anybody else in this race, in this competition.
There's always been a kind of perception that someone with a disability is somehow weak. And when you're able to participate in these events, you're basically smashing that perception.
Quando eu via a São Silvestre na televisão, ela chamava palestra, que a turma junto correndo de bobeira. Gostava de bola. E, de repente, eu estava lá na São Silvestre e ganhei ela, né? Melhor do mundo, blá, blá, blá. Legal, né? Legal. Quando eu comecei, o pessoal me chamava de maluco, neguinho da favela, macaco, né? Porque vai trabalhar vagabundo. É dessa forma. Assim que eu ganhei essa Silvestre, a história mudou. Mas graças a Deus, jamais que as pessoas me chamam de macaco, vagabundo, jamais eu virei ele. Só mostrei que me orgulhei. Só o vagabundo chegando aqui com vocês aí, né? Quando você vem da família simples, quando você não está preparado, a família não está estruturada no teatro, aí quando o que entra fácil, é fácil. Pessoa, quando você ganha uma coisa, você é uma pessoa avisada, né? Se você não estiver preparado para aquilo ali, não adianta, eu não estava preparado. A empresa em cima, já tive um acidente de carro, fiz o investimento errado, e aquilo foi mexer na minha cabecinha e eu não queria saber mais muito de atletismo mais, tá? Aí eu queria ter até se matar na época, né? Ela estava muito deprimida, muito triste. E em 2007 as coisas começaram a melhorar. Comecei a ter uma visão pro esporte, que era o atletismo. Talvez, se não fosse a corrida, talvez eu podia estar no outro caminho, né? No caminho do crime, né? Das drogas, essas coisas, né? E a gente tenta ajudar aquelas pessoas mais necessitadas, né? De que forma eu não sei o que é. Com dinheiro não tem dinheiro, mas se for de vontade, coração, quer ajudar essas pessoas que precisam da gente. Vamos! Sei! Todo mundo! Sei!
So they were actually runners who were the first big people in Finland that people from abroad would have heard of. Running is quite easy to take on, so you don't need lots of facilities. There were no great facilities back then in Finland compared to other countries, but still, if you have the right mindset, you're able to conquer and really become a good runner. What the Flying Finns of the early 1900s did for the country, they did it for themselves, but actually the impact came on the whole country. So even if they had an individualistic stride in performing better, they actually made a big difference also for the people. Just got an independency and was really looking for its identity, bringing it to the world that people knew where Finland was through running. I think that's quite amazing. Coming up as a young runner, reading and hearing about Paavo Nurmi, Lasse Virren and all the great Finns, it was inspiring knowing that they've been running on the same trails as I've been running on, and that what they did was really important for the people, for bringing Finland a face.
As a runner, you understand it, but if you're not an athlete, you don't know what we're looking for. I found it today.
それから自衛隊の方に入隊しまして、でちょうどそうですね、9年前に、この滝川原駐屯地に投入してきました。でそこで、藤田山駅伝というのに出会いました。そうですね、やっぱ駅伝は駅伝でもちょっと違うところが、藤田山駅伝っていうのは日本一の山が富士山で、それに対して 挑ませてもらってるっていうのがやっぱありますね。その普通の駅伝であれば自分との戦いっていうのが大きいんですけど、富士登山駅伝っていうのはやっぱ自分との戦いも周りとの戦いもあるんですけど、やっぱりその富士山に挑むっていうのがちょっと違うかな。
ですね、大正4年に第1回が実施されたって聞いてます。で当時は1人で登って1人で降りてくるっていう個人競技だったんですが、そうですね、やっぱりチームで戦ってるっていうのはやっぱり滝原自衛隊の代表ということなので、選手個々にも相当なプレッシャーかかってると思います。個人レースっていうのは、こんなこと言うとよくないんですけど、失敗しても個人がね個人の問題ですので。
そうですね、自分だけの力じゃなくてその周りのみんなの力があるからこそ頑張れるというか、力を発揮できるというところがあります。
やっぱり信頼してるっていうか、もう任せてる感じですね。でその結果としてやっぱり全員いい走りをして優勝に導くっていう感じで、もう信頼関係。
They have overcome all those barriers and they are now a team. Maybe one day they will reach a high place and they will bring honor to their countries and also to their families.
そうですね、世界遺産富士山、世界遺産でその駅伝をやるっていうこと自体世界でも多分類を見ないことだと思うんですよ。レースになってほしいな。もっともっといろんな国から選手が集まって。
When you end up doing triathlon or a marathon, you end up doing something you never thought would be possible, and it just gives you a huge amount of self-belief.
At this time there's lots of runners running in bad shoes, even in no shoes, but even they can become really good and they can become really important for their countries.
Tudo que vem fácil demais, também alguma coisa errada tem, mas com dificuldade tenho certeza que lá na frente vai ter grande vitória para os meninos. É o mais importante.